So let's just make the setup. When you feel into surrender, so it's not what you think of surrender, but what you feel. If someone says, surrender that, or give me that, or let go of it, the idea might be very noble and it's exactly what you need to do. But can you do it? Does it feel good? Is it possible? So there's no judgment here. Just see it's, when that would be me, insomnia at night, can't sleep, just surrender. I think that's a great idea, but it might not happen. Or you're planning a holiday and things don't seem to be going the way. So surrender to what is. And especially if there's money involved, it's going to be a difficult thing to do. So choose scenarios where 3D concept, like mental concept, and give it up to the fifth dimensional concept clash within you. Or just literally, on my last retreat, someone took a liking to my coat and it went away, and I had to surrender it, because otherwise my mind was, why did I leave it there? Why didn't I look after it? Why? So it's the surrendering of the object, but it's also the surrendering or letting go of the mind that it wants to somehow, if I can process it in the mind, I can let go, and that doesn't happen. So just see where you're at. Ooh. And observe yourself nicely, without judgment. Where you think you might be, where you actually are. There we are. So from that place, where third dimensional consciousness and fifth dimensional consciousness on the subject of surrendering, letting go, clash. They might clash because you don't quite understand it. You might intuit it. Just allow your consciousness to go into it. Okay, so there's a feeling in the group, if I let go, so the analogy would be who holds on. If I let go, who picks up the slack? And the answer is the quantum field. So anyone or anything in the quantum field, if you literally let go, the synchronicities will start to occur, that my letting go will become the activation of the quantum, of the field. Because there's a fear, if I don't do it, who will? Okay. That's quite strong. So if you've never tried it, how would you know what would happen? And you might argue with yourself, well, I live by myself, so if I don't pick up my socks, who will? What that means is on the quantum, you might not drop your socks, so they won't need picking up. Or if it's a community issue, things will happen differently. But because we can't conceptualize something, it won't appear in our reality. Off we go. Quantum consciousness. There we go. Avataric circle of consciousness. Can we bridge in the transmission for a loving surrender, letting go? To come into our awareness, our consciousness. So quantum consciousness, can you see the patterns that are holding on, that are resisting in any of the bodies? If there's a tightening of the body, or if it's a control issue or a lack issue. So let's check if there's something that, if there's an alertness, or if I drop the ball, if that's irresponsible, or if I surrender, it's apathy. If I have equated it to something, I want to use the word negative, but if I've equated to something as a loss, as sad, or as inaction. So the idea that I need to make it happen rather than it has to happen. See where that sits in you. This could be in shopping, banking, or healing. So can we change any mindset? So you can learn a new way of being. So again, there's a whole new wave of it feels like if I surrender, it's not me, I doing anything. So they say it's like intention. If I intend my arm to lift, and of course I have no problems, it will lift. But is it me that's lifting the arm, the me, the I, or the muscles lifting the arm? So if the I can identify, because it's a healing group, let's say healing needs to occur, can I be the observer that creates that witnessing, but can I also allow it to happen in a way that is perfect for the person that I am observing? If we direct, if we need something to go a certain way, we've seen this in the double split experiments. The observer, with their intent, might block a perfect moment, even if they believe they are directing, improving. So they're showing me someone behind the driver's seat, in the driver's seat behind the wheel. So if you frown and hunch your shoulders and make a face that you are doing more than driving, the car still just goes at the same speed. In fact, your enjoyment will lessen. There will be tension. I hope that made sense for someone. There we go. A little bit deeper. So now it's expectations. That's another way of, if I have a certain expectation that I'm not surrendered to a different outcome. So imagine a situation where things are not going as you would like them to go. To intend a change there's a mid-step, like an in-between steps, which first is surrender to what is, and only then can you be free to bridge in new information to change it as fast as. This could be a split second, but it's first, this is what it is, and change the perception of reality. So this would be addressing the resistance. Just check in again with yourself. See if your perception about resistance, surrender, letting go, or if is it apathy, is it boring? Here we go. So all the reasons why. Conditioning. If you've been told where there's a will, there's a way. Allow this to move through and wrap around a little bit the conditioning. Conditioning is very, very strong. So we've done this before, but it's trusting. So to surrender is trusting that the right thing will arise, that the attitude will appear, that everything is in divine order. Okay, that looks wonderful. So deep breath in and come on back.